हर एक पर्टिकुलर पाइथन को इम्प्लीमेंट करेगा, बट द वे दे आर एक्चुअली इम्प्लीमेंटिंग इज डिफरेंट. ओके, so now you can see this is the anaconda navigator. Okay, so after installing python, you need to install anaconda over there, so you can install any of the version. Okay, just remember one thing, if you are working with python 2, in that case anaconda 2 is there. For python 3, anaconda 3 is there, so you just need to install python 3 over there. Okay, now this particular environment contain different of the tools you can install, like I am a programmer which is having an experience in the domain of Microsoft. So VS Code is actually an application with the that is mainly used for Microsoft domain. So whenever you want, it means if you are used to of that particular pattern dot, you will get under dot. You will, मतलब अगर आप में से किसी ने C# के साथ काम किया है या .NET के साथ काम किया है, तो we are getting different type of properties and method over there with the use of dot. So the same pattern can be implement with the use of VS Code application over there. But the popular tool in the market is your Jupyter Lab. Okay, so now you can see all these tools, even PyCharm and all, R tool, R Studio, PyCharm, Jupyter Lab, all these particular tools are actually available in a virtual manner. What does it actually means? Means you need not to install any of these particular environment physically in your machine. Means whenever I am going to click this launch button, it will automatically create an Jupyter Lab environment for me. Okay, और ये environment तब तक रहेगा जब तक आपको उस पे काम करना है. Once you press the close button over there, the environment is going to be destroyed and your memory is going to be free over there. Okay, so you just need to choose any of your browser, like I'm going to select Google Chrome. Okay, so this is basically your Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so simple introduction of Jupyter Notebook. It's basically an IDE. Okay, what actually the IDE is? Integrated development environment where each and everything are going to be available on the single window. Like you are working with Eclipse. Okay, so what is the difference between normal code writing with the Notepad file and code writing with the use of Eclipse? In Eclipse, you are getting half of code already available over there. You are getting different type of support, like if you don't remember the name of a specific library, they are providing different type of suggestions. There is one more concept called refactoring, if you know about that particular. So that IDE has a capability to refactor the code. So we can implement different type of functionality with the use of an IDE. Okay, in the same way, so implement a Python environment, you have different type of IDEs, and one of them is your Jupyter Lab, and the popular one. Okay, because this particular environment is going to implement your codes in in a cell manner. Okay, so there are multiple cells. Each cell contains a specific logic. Like instead of writing different type of logics, okay, like in case of ideally, you can see ideally, everyone. Okay, so in case of ideally, you just need to write different shells. You just need to write different type of scripts over there by writing different of the files. But instead of that, with the use of your Jupyter Notebook, I can write a specific logic directly here. Okay, and I can print the output. So multiple logics can be combined together in the form of cells on a single window. Like I'm writing an application with the use of Python where I need to implement 8 logics over there. So all those 8 logics can be combined into a single form. But now, what is the difference between these two? And what is the first question which arises in my mind? Like in which situation I need to use IP and when your Jupyter Notebook, or in which situation your ideal is preferable. Okay, so let's understand this particular fact. Okay, let's say someone like Rahul sir is actually working on an embedded system, and I am working on a web application with the Django framework provided by Python. So in case of Django framework, I need to write different of the script and kind of thing. But in case of a embedded system type of programming where you are writing a code for a chip or for a board, electric board over there, so in that case you just need different type of interfacing, and your machine is actually going to handle out the actual format of that machine. मतलब simple बोलूं, जब भी आपको .py एक्सटेंशन से हैंडल आउट करना है, मतलब जब आप जुपिटर नोटबुक के फॉर्म में किसी भी पर्टिकुलर को हैंडल करोगे या कोड बनाओगे या कुछ भी करोगे, तो दैट द फॉर्मेट or the extension is going to be changed. The extension is going to be your IPYNB. That is not an actual Python implementation. Like whenever you want to create a GUI applications or a window application type of, like you are creating a software application type of. So at that time you need a .py, exact .py file over there. So उस केस में आप IPYNB के कोड को implement नहीं कर सकते. So at that time you need IDLE over there. Okay. So this is the thing, but you can easily copy any of the file over here. Like this is basically the basic environment related to your Jupyter over here. Now this Jupyter have different options, like you can add different type of cell, you can move in between the cells over there, you can insert the cells. Okay, you can run out any of the cell, like for this control enter is the shortcut key, but you can run out any of your cell from here. If you want to run all the cells, all the logic together, run all is the option over there. Okay, so in this way you can run out any of the runner. Okay, now just understand the first page. Here all your directories, main directories are actually available. So now you can see different of the programming files or the sheets you are going to create have a extension called IPYNB over there. Okay, so this is basically a basic extension for your Jupyter Notebook type of files. Okay, but whenever you want to add any type of file, you can add that particular file directly. Like you can add, whenever you click on this new button, the first option comes is the Python version, the default Python version installed in your machine. So whenever you want to write a Python code, you just need to select the version on which you want to work. Okay, other than this, you can create a folder. That folder will come here in this directory. Text file. Okay, like I want to explore a specific data, so I just need to get that particular data in the environment. So to get that particular data in this environment, you can use text file concept over there. Okay, or you can upload any of the concept file over here with the use of this upload button. This is basically an important concept when we are going to implement the packages concept in the domain of Python over there. Okay, so this is a small introduction related to your Jupyter Notebook. Also implementing different of the packages in case of Python also. So there that particular that is actually a file containing different type of function implementation. You can add that particular file in your domain or your at the time of creating a solution for your application to provide different type of support. Like I can provide the support for NumPy adding that particular library here. So how you are going to add these library? By default कुछ libraries add आती हैं, कुछ आपको add करनी पड़ती है. So in case of Anaconda, you just need to go to the environment. Okay, here. So on this particular window, you can see that this is the installed library. Okay, so all the installed libraries are going to be seen here on this particular page. Environments, click. Okay, now here, if you want to install any of the library, you just need to print click over there. Okay, click on the all and you will get the reference for each and every library. Even you can search out the value. NumPy. Okay, now you can see here by writing that particular term pandas, I can see here. Okay, so like you want to implement this Blaze library, so you just need to click on this and then press this yes button or OK button over here, and this particular library is going to be installed automatically for your machine. Okay, this is the way you can install different of the libraries that you want. Means whenever you want to implement data science, data analytics concept, machine learning concept, you need to install different of the libraries like NumPy, Pandas, sklearn. Okay, different of the libraries available. You can install those particular libraries with the use of this option. Okay, but sometimes this particular option is not going to work. So in that case, what we are going to do? Okay, so for that, okay, I'm closing this environment for a time. Okay, for that you just need to click on window R, go to your CMD. Okay, this is my CMD prompt. Okay, so now first you need to install or set the path for your Python. So how you are going to check the path? Okay, in case of Windows, you are going to write Python. But in case of Linux type of environment, you need to write the version also, like Python 3, Python 2 kind of. So if I'm writing this and I'm getting the prompt, so my Python is working. Okay, now if you are not aware of that, how you are going to implement, set the path. So simple thing is that go to your IDE, open option, copy paste this particular path, go to your environment variables over there, paste this particular path in your environment variable. Okay, so environment variable, like you are setting a path for your Java. In the same way, you can set the path and you can get all these things done there. Okay, so this is basically the small introduction with different other tool methodologies, okay, adopted by market nowadays. Okay, now